What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Constant Project YouTube channel. So today we are going to be working on draining fuel out of the car. The car's been sitting for 4 or 5 years now. We're also going to be installing a new pump. I'm also going to be showing you how to hardwire your fuel pump. And then the last thing, which I'm super excited about, is installing a new wing. I also wanted to let you guys know that you're probably going to see 2 different settings in this video. Crystal and I, my wife, just moved, so you're going to see some of the stuff I recorded earlier back at the old house, and then the rest of this at the new house, so let's get going. Alright, so I'm going to show you how we're going to drain fuel for the 0405 STI. With these cars, it's super easy. There's just 2 little bolts on each side of the saddle tank, and take those off, see if anything actually comes out. Again, this fuel is 5 years old, so I don't even know if there's anything left in here, so let's get it done. It looks like pee. It's so gross. So, now that you saw one side, it's pretty much the same thing on the other side. I'm not going to bore you with the other side just because it's the same exact thing. So, now that we're done dumping all the old nasty fuel out, we're going to start on the fuel pump. This is an upgrade that's needed to be done for a while, especially with it sitting and everything. When I do get this car tuned, I'm going to be tuning on an E85. Well, I'm not going to be tuning it, but someone else is. I'm going to be tuning on an E85. The pump I have over there is built for E85. So, let's get started, show you how to do it, everything like that. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to take out these 4 bolts, or whatever you want to call them. Tuck that plug down in there. Then just take off each one of these hoses. This car hasn't been run, like I've said a million times, in a while, so shouldn't be any pressure in the lines, but if you have run your car, just be careful with these because they will shoot out pressure. You gotta finagle this thing out and finagle all this crap out too. Alright, let's go over to the bench. Alright, let's show you the goods. So, this is the pump I bought. This is a Walboro Universal 450 liter per hour universal pump. So this is going to demand more than enough fuel for what I'm looking for. Also got my wire strippers out, heat shrink, tubing, the little fuel pump seat, and then the little slosh tank. This is not something that you have to do, but I do suggest it. The 04 STIs do have an in-tank fuel filter. And like I said, mine's been in there. I had changed it when I purchased it, but never hurts while you're in there to just get a new one. And then also, when I ordered that, I ordered a new... It came with a gasket. I got this from Amazon. I think it was $56, maybe more. I'll put a link for that. Also, this fuel pump with everything else I got from Built Not Bought Automotive. I can put the links in there for that. The guy Andrew from there always is looking out for Subaru, Toyota, Mitsubishi, all of those manufacturers. And if you tell him Constant Project sent you, he'll probably give you a good deal. So, from looking at this, the first thing we're going to need to do, because this is just a universal fit pump, we're going to have to cut these nipples off.
2 nipples! 3 see nip. Oh, hell no, I'm out of here.
You see that? Yeah. Cut those nipples off just so we can fit it in there. And then we'll get started. Alright, so the next thing I wanted to show you is this little box of magic called solder seal wire connectors. So instead of using like a crimp connector or anything like that, this actually just works off of all solder. So you don't have to worry about the connections breaking or becoming loose or corroding or anything like that. So it's always going to be sealed in. So I have a little demonstration I'm going to show you guys. So first thing you're going to do is just kind of twist these together. Alright, now that it's all cooled down, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see the solder has melted through the wires. And now this should be a super strong, pretty much unbreakable hook. Yeah, I'd say she's good to go. So I'm going to get you on time lapse and we'll set this up. Hardwire kit is for this car. A lot of cars do it. It's just pretty much a way to get more consistent battery voltage to the fuel pump. A lot of times when you're running bigger than stock fuel pumps, the stock system isn't really set up to feed that much voltage to them all the time. So this is just a way to pretty much redirect the battery voltage to the fuel pump so that you don't worry about running low on voltage, pump dying, whatever. So this kit I got at Summit. I'll put that link in there, but pretty much what you do is this red wire right here goes to the battery terminal positive. The purple wire right here is going to go on the plug side of the fuel pump. So this is going to get plugged into the fuel pump. It's going to get constant 12 volts from there. Yellow is going to go to the opposite side of the wire. Oh, by the way, on the 04 STI, this is the black with a yellow tracer for the fuel pump. So you're just going to put it in there. I also have this, which is just like a sleeving that I'm going to use to protect this, just so it's not going to get damaged if it's moving around, stuff like that. This is not going to be the final resting place for all this stuff, but I'm just going to protect it for now until I get the paneling that I want. So, wrap this up. Alright, and this is what it looks like all done. Cover's back on. The cabling is coming out. This is an abrasive resistant sleeving, so it shouldn't cut through. I am thinking of taking this back off, because if you can see, there are some sharp edges, and probably just pushing it out a little bit more so it's not even touching it, because I don't want to get that cut through, because that would really suck. Alright, next I'm going to throw it literally back to past John, and he's going to explain the wing install to you. I hope you have fun with him. Hope he doesn't do anything too stupid. Alright guys, now that we're done draining all the old fuel and then putting in a new fuel pump, the next part is the part I'm most excited about. So check this baby out. This is a 68-inch span wing from Cognition. I got this wing from JC Mayan. It's his old Time Attack wing. He went to an APR 1000 wing, something of the sort. So I've been doing a little bit of cutting. I had to trim the ends of these off because his car was actually in a class higher than what I plan on doing. So I've done some trimming. Now I'm about to get this all put together and try and get some measurements for it so I can install it on the trunk. So let's go. So I was gonna try and show you how I was gonna measure for everything. As you can see, I have this nice long piece of tape going down the very back edge. I measured the middle, measured everything, literally everything. How far the end of the end plate or the stand came from the end of the wing, because there's rules for that. Let's see that there. How tall or how wide the span was. And I gotta tell you, if you guys ever buy a wing without instructions, like secondhand, God bless you, because this was one of the most difficult things I've ever done in terms of guesswork. So what I ended up doing was figuring out the distance, and then I also set the wing. I set the wing on the sides, and because I had to cut some of it off because it was too tall, I was able to use those as guides. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cutting on the outside of this line, so on this side of it, and then I've marked where it starts and then I know where it ends. And I'm going to be doing it on the same side. It was just throwing me off because obviously the way the lines go, it's not perfectly straight, and it just threw me off. And with no clear instructions on how to do this or any guides or anything like that, it just made it very hard. So part I'm nervous about is cutting the body. Obviously once you cut it, there's no going back. That's all there is to it, and that's it, and you have to live with it the rest of your life. Now I do know they make like they don't make covers, but you can, I've seen people fashion like a little, you know, guard in this area to kind of reinforce it. I might do that as long as this looks good, but I'm not going to. But if it does look a little ugly, oh well, no one else will know but me, and it'll just look like most of the other Subarus on the track. So I'm gonna get the grinding wheel out, we're gonna start cutting. Wish me luck. Another trick I saw, I don't know if any of you guys have watched the YouTube channel, it's Cody Loveland. He made the Beastie Hatch and the Aventi Hypercar, whatever it is. Never really thought about this before, but when you're using a cutoff wheel on your body, because it is so thin and it does take a good amount of heat to get through the metal, one thing that I was seeing he did was spray it with water to just keep it cool so it doesn't start to get all crazy and stuff. I've done it before and it works pretty well, so that's another trick, is spray it, cut a little bit, keep spraying it so that you don't get this surface all warped and crazy and stuff like that. So spray it down. Here we go, we finally get to put the wing on, so pray to God it fits the first time. Alright, bam, she's done. Well, wing's done. Check her out. Oh, I've been waiting for this for so long. Alright guys, last thing we're going to do for this video is we are going to make wing mounts. So it mounts from the chassis to the wing. I had made this one, but as you can see by those welds, they were not good. There was an internal issue with the welder. I sent it back to Eastwood. They were super great about giving me a new one. And now we're ready to go. So I already kind of have the idea set up. This one is going to be for the passenger side, I know it's a little bit bigger, but I'm actually going to integrate the battery tray into this, because on Subarus, if you do relocate the battery, you want to put it back into the passenger side as far as you can, just for mounting purposes and for weight distribution. So the battery tray is going to go right here, and then I'm also going to have a mount that goes off of here that supports itself on the body. That's going to be right here. So let's get this measured up and start cutting. Alright, so I wanted to explain something real quick. This is only 14 gauge steel, so that's why I'm just doing little chunk by little chunk. Trust me, I wish I could just fly through the entire thing, but then it's gonna be like a freaking wave. But this is definitely strong enough to hold. It's penetrated on the other side, it's penetrated on the bottom, so we're good to go. It's not going anywhere. So let's get the other mount on. So for the driver's side one, it's a pretty simple one. Instead of making like a whole intricate thing, it's just an 8x8 plate. Marked out where it needs to go. Just gonna weld it up. Both pieces have been finished, so now we're gonna clean them up and get them painted. End plates have been installed. The cognition wing is on, and then these are something special. These are full carbon fiber Zebulon manufacturing end plates. These were designed in CDF to get maximum airflow. And they were also specifically designed for the cognition wing. So if there are any Subaru people out there, or just even anyone who has a cognition wing in general, and you want one, reach out to them, let them know you have a cognition wing, and they will provide end plates for you. These things are freaking sick. So if you front, you can see that they're a little bit 3D. These parts actually go back and in, and then they swoop in, so it actually pulls the air in, I believe, instead of pushing it out. This thing, I know this is really bad lighting, but this thing is wide. God damn. That's it for today. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you didn't like anything about the video, as always, please let me know. I can't make anything better unless I know. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, see you later.